everybody wants to beat you. So going into every season, you got to give each opponent the respect that they deserve. And you know, you're trying to be one of the top 4 teams in the country every year. So when you're at Ohio State, you know, the scrutiny and the eyes are always on you.
Coach Day said yesterday that he thought that maybe that was Thursday, the early morning meeting, you guys looked a little bit worn down or tired, but other than that, the team's been taking it well. Is that about what you've experienced too?
Yeah, definitely. That's just the wear and tear of training camp. You know, you go through 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks of just going at each other. You know you're going to get worn down because at here you expect the best. So we're going at each other, offense and defense, every single rep of every single practice. So the coach has been doing a really good job of taking care of us. They're trying to make sure that our bodies are right and our minds are right for this first game coming up. So, I mean, obviously you kind of have that physical and mental fatigue, but, you know, it's your job as a player to make sure that you're ready.
How have things been different without Coach Meyer there?
To be honest, with Coach Day's credit, you know, our routine hasn't really changed. Obviously, you miss Coach Meyer and a lot of the motivation that he brings and just some of that intensity, but Coach Day has done a really good job along with the rest of the coaches of just keeping things as normal as possible. You know, you don't really know how to anticipate that coming into, you know, our situation, but I have to give the coaching staff credit and our leaders credit, just making sure things have really stayed as close as the same as possible.
Any increased pressure to win those first 3 games without Urban on the sideline?
There's pressure to win every game here at Ohio State. That's our goal. You know, whether he's here or not, we have to perform at a very high level, because really at the end of the day, if you're honest, Buckeye Nation really only cares about W's, no matter who the player is, no matter who the coach is.
When did you guys know you were going to be okay and that routine was going to stay the same?
I mean, the culture stays the same around here no matter really who the coaching is. So we have a template of how the leaders are supposed to practice, how everybody's supposed to practice, how we come in to prepare for each and every practice and game. So just when we got into the swing of things and know we couldn't really control what was outside the woody, but we could only control what was inside, that's kind of the approach that we took, and we just went to work from there.
Terry, kind of talking about the coaching staff and how they've helped you through this situation. It seems, you know, in this program it's always been, you know, it seems like all the positions are very close with their position coaches and stuff like that. Does that kind of small unit cohesion help with going through something like this and kind of cancel out all those distractions when everybody's kind of to their own unit?
Definitely. That's one of our core values, is the brotherhood of trust and just leaning on each other when times like this arise. We can't really control the events that happen, but we control our reaction to get the right outcome that we want. Tim Kite is a really big part of that, and just coaching our coaches and the players and just how to react when things unforeseeable happen. So just getting around your brothers and your coaches, your teammates, that's really what helps you get through the tough times, because you know, everybody has their outside opinions, but at the same time we're all going through it together. So I guess that makes it a little easier to lean on each other.
And then also in the first AP poll, I mean, you guys are the reigning Big Ten champions, probably one of the most talented teams in the country, yet you weren't even the highest ranked Big Ten team in the rankings. Does that kind of stick with you guys a little bit? I mean, with all the situation this past month aside, I mean, are you a little insulted by that, I guess, and is that something that motivates you guys as reigning Big Ten champions?
I mean, obviously you want to be seen as one of the best teams in the country, but at the end of the day, each team has to go out and prove it. So whether we're ranked first or last, I mean, it doesn't really change our approach. Obviously, that kind of gives some guys a chip on their shoulder, our team a chip on our shoulder, because we want to go out and prove that we're the best each and every week. But we try not to get too deep into where we're ranked. Just if we can go out there and win every game, then the chips will fall right in place.